If you're walking through the woods and you just happen upon a perfectly chrome sphere just sitting out there in the woods with it doesn't look like it's been damaged, but there's been a fire that's went through, is your first intentions to just like go pick that thing up and take it home with you? Because I'd be like, not sure I want to touch that. Is that some kind of mine? Did it fall from space? There's like some kind of nuclear hazard to that thing? Well, they picked it up and took it home, so we'll talk about it.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
It's alive!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you by the power of Christ. This is...
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hello, Mr. Fancy. Well, it's just constant off-screen and off-mic shit going on when we talk to each other. It's pretty ridiculous. If we just did an episode where we just let the fucking mic roll, you'd be like, these motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah, we are. Let's just prove
Super
it.
bad on camera.
All right, Zach, how you doing, my man?
Currently about half lit. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Lindy, how are you?
I'm good.
I want to start this off. I did watch a pretty decent horror movie today called Dark Harvest on Prime.
Oh.
So it's
So
kind
was
of
it was it about corn or soybeans or?
It was a little bit of Children of the Corn meets Pumpkinhead kind of thing.
Oh.
So I'm watching this movie, and I'm not gonna spoil anything because I seriously want people to go watch it because I thought it was.
Well, that's why
good.
you harvest things, Matt, so they don't spoil. But yeah,
Right. What about the locust?
Ding.
There's like these four guys that are in this truck going out to look for something, and they all put on these masks, and they're all the Crimson Ghost.
Oh wow!
They're wearing Crimson Ghost masks, and the guy says a line from a Misfits song, and then later on in the movie, another person quotes a line from a Misfits song, and I was like, I should have been paying more attention from the beginning of this one. I was actually kind of in
38.
I was like back and forth. It was like I turned into a Martian. No, it was a shit. Whatever, you'll have to watch and see. I'm gonna have to. I'm actually gonna go back and rewatch it just to find out if there's any more freaking giving props up to the Misfits.
Oh, you know what's really bad if Matt has to go back and rewatch it.
No, yeah, I think you would enjoy this one. I do.
Okay, well, you've said that before, and I don't know.
I started watching Einstein and the Bomb.
Oh, on Netflix, yeah, I saw that.
I've seen that.
I didn't see it. I mean, I've noticed it on Netflix, and I need to watch it as well.
I only got about 25 minutes into it, but so far it's really good.
I like shows like that
I didn't
because
know.
I go to bed early, and I need noise, and I really like the British documentaries when I go to bed because it's like I need a monotone voice and a British accent because if I have that.
I've got the Bob Ross
me,
channel.
World War II documentaries are the best, and then Hitler killed 20,000.
Two of my favorite go to sleep shows are You Being Served and Keeping Up Appearances. So
I could throw on the Bob Ross channel and just be like entertained, and then just be asleep.
Yeah. Pretty little trees.
Do some happy trees.
Happy trees, happy little trees. We're going to paint a little bar here and don't fall asleep.
And then you just beat the devil out of it.
Just beat the devil out of it. And then you pull its pants down and then you just...
No, he never.
So what are we talking about today, you guys?
Not that. We're going to talk about the Betz Sphere because I got nerded out on this pretty hard. Like, I was looking for things to do episodes on while I was working on a different episode, and I came across this one, and then I couldn't stop listening to stuff about it. I was just like, damn it. Zach, are you laughing because I said came across?
No, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about To be honest with you, man, I'm thinking about things being shoved up your ass because I know you don't want anything to do with that. I don't know how big is a sphere.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay, so on with the show. 1974, there was a small fire that swept through a property that was owned by Anton and Jerry Betts. So Jerry's going to come up a bunch. That's the wife, and Terry is their 21-year-old son. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of Jerry and Terry. There will be no more Anton. He didn't change his name to Howard, but that's the reverse from.
Yeah.
So, they go out to inspect the damage after this fire has come through, right? And they find this. Well, Terry finds a solid metal ball.
How big is this ball, Matt?
8 inches in diameter. It weighs 21 pounds.
Holy shit! That's a big ball to shove up your ass.
Nobody's.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't know what they did at home, but that wasn't documented if it happened, and if it was, God bless them.
God help
you're able to handle that bad boy,
but God help them.
So there was a 3 millimeter triangle that was etched into it. This was in Fort George Island near Jacksonville, Florida. They owned 88 acres. Yeah, of course it was in Florida. They owned 88 acres of land that they were selling off the timber. So Anton, one more time, this is the last time. He was a marine engineer, and Jerry was an artist. They had 6 kids, made a great living. The family referred to the home that they lived in as the castle.
Oh,
because I've seen pictures of it. Well, so now, if you look at pictures of it
Anton now, again, because you're not going to say it again, but he was the king of the castle, and apparently his penis worked really well. That's what I'm understanding from this conversation.
Yeah. 6 times anyway.
He wasn't snipped, is what you're telling me.
No, I don't believe so. Nobody did that in the 70s. They were like, let it rain.
All right.
Okay. So they brought the sphere home. Terry brings it home, and he sets it on a windowsill. It's just like this almost perfect. There was like scuff marks on it here and there, but it was just like there was no weld marks. There was almost nothing to it. So he just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
First they thought it might have been a satellite, and then they thought, well, maybe it was a cannonball. And I'm like, why are you touching that fucking thing?
Okay, so automatically you've put Dave Matthews, and then you also put, what's the name of that fucking band from the fucking 90s that had the chick singer or the bass player from Kim from that band from the 90s. Cannonball. That's where I'm at.
Because every song from the 90s, I don't know. It was almost every one of them. Okay, now I'm starting to smell what you're stepping in, but I still don't. I don't know.
As long as it's not like the dog puke that Lindy had to deal with.
Okay, don't bring it up. Don't do it. Hold it. Nope, you're triggering. That's triggering. It's triggering. You're not allowed to do that. So he sets it on.
Stop. I'm gonna have to take my headphones off.
Okay. We're gonna have
I'll stop.
Lindy's gonna do a Todd, but it's not because the story's disgusting. So, nothing happens for 2 weeks. This bowl
Anything
just
for
sits
ratings,
there.
baby. Anything for ratings.
All right. So it just sits there for 2 weeks. But then Terry has a friend over, and they're playing guitar.
Ooh.
Well, we got a chance to talk about guitars again. What kind of guitar? I don't know. They didn't get into that.
Yeah,
but I'm guessing it's probably a pretty good one. They had a nice house.
I'm assuming
Probably
a nice guitar.
Probably a Taylor.
No, not in the 70s. No, I'm going to say Martin or Gibson.
Yeah. Okay. So he's playing guitar, starts hearing a buzz, and doesn't know what it is.
Was he like, shit, we got some fret buzz going on here. We need to fix this fucking thing.
No. He knew it was coming from somewhere in the room. So he starts walking around playing his guitar. The fucking ball is buzzing while he's playing the guitar to it. Like it's making noises with it.
So it was like excited that he was serenading
it seems like it was clapping. It was very happy. guitars was being played, as most people should be.
And at this point, his wife picked the ball up and took it back in the back room. She's like, I'll be right back.
All right, I see where we're going with this. It was like I just popped in my head the Howard Stern movie where, are you listening to it on a small, lay the speaker over.
Her face up real loud.
Just keep playing, keep strumming, son bitch. So no, it would make noises, and if it was put, if it was put in the sunlight, it would make more noises, and it would roll by itself. Like they figured out that it would roll by itself, and so they put the dog next to it because after this went on for a while, and they had people coming over and interviewing them and asking them questions, taking pictures and stuff like that, taking video. They set the dog next to it just to get a comparison. They had a poodle to get a comparison. Well, when the dog was next to it, it would put its paws over its ears, like it was emitting a high pitch frequency or something. Yeah. So here's the son's idea. You know what? I'm going to tap this damn thing with a hammer just to...
Hey, Daddy, I'm going to fuck this thing up. I'm going to see what's inside.
Dude, if my
fucking
son had something in his room,
Jesus Christ,
and he's like, dude, this thing's vibrating. I'm like, get it the fuck out of the house. Well, you don't hit it with a hammer. What if it explodes? It's like a fucking
I'm going to
mine.
hit this thing with a hammer, Daddy. And the wife's like, I'm going to take this thing to the back room. I'll be right back.
Anyway, it sounded like a bell. Went off like a bell. It didn't seem to care for it very much. And so it would move on its own. So they would take it, set it on the floor, and you'd push it away from you, and it would roll and then stop and then change directions and roll and then stop and then roll somewhere else and stop.
Question. Is this where the Limp Bizkit got their song Rollin', 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 Rollin'?
That's 2 weeks in a row, and I about had it. Fucking quit.
I'm sorry. That was too easy. That's so fucking way too easy. They're from Florida,
I'm gonna snort.
Continue. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I'll figure out ways to work it in the future if it makes Lindy so fucking happy. Fucking asshole. Okay, so
yes, I am. No, wait. I'm an asshole. I'm not a fucking asshole.
That's true.
Always the fucking asshole. I'm not the one who said it.
Because it hurts more when you laugh at me.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at you, Matt. We're laughing with you.
But, I wasn't quite laughing as hard as you guys, but it's fine.
I wasn't laughing at all. I am now.
Good times. So, while this ball was rolling, sometimes it would only go for a few seconds, but sometimes it was go for as long as 10, and sometimes, like one time they said they timed it for 12 minutes, just rolling by itself, just moving around different places.
So it's a lot like me. Sometimes I can go for 2 minutes, and sometimes I'm good for 12. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
You're getting a lot of points today, my man. Well done. Lindley for 2.
Todd's not here, so I gotta get him in when I can, man.
All right. They had a glass top coffee table. Anything you want to throw in there? Because I could 12 off the top of my head.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a minute.
Okay, all right. Okay. Glass top coffee table. They set the ball on it and was rolling it. Well, it would roll to the edge, and it would roll around the edge, and then it would roll back to the middle and stop. And so they kept doing this.
Rolling.
We've done this.
Okay, just checking.
Beyond that. So they kept doing it, kept messing with it. It seemed like the ball itself did not want to roll off the coffee table. So they picked up one side of it, and the ball rolled up.
That's fucked up.
Instead of down. So,
this ball's fucking stupid, apparently, because it doesn't understand gravity.
And they said that they would. I've got it later in here, but they said that they kept it in a bowling bag, later in a box, and they didn't want to leave the house with like the ball there unattended because they thought somebody was going to come by and steal it. Now, if you're a well-to-do family and you've got something, what do you gain from this if you're lying? I mean, seriously.
No publicity is bad publicity.
Well, you'll find out later that Jerry said if you shake the ball vigorously and place it on the ground, it feels like a huge Mexican jumping bean, which is trying to get away from you.
I'm going to leave that one alone, Matt. I'm not even fun going there.
I'm throwing it over the heart of the plate, and I'm not throwing fast.
I know. You don't have to. I'm just saying I'm not even touching that because I could go there, friend. I could go there, senor, but I'm not going to do it.
I can't believe it. I can't believe I got through the glass top coffee table and you didn't bring up Chuck Berry.
I know.
Because we like to talk about guitars.
Trying to be good. I am really trying to be good. That was like fucking 5 of them in like 2 minutes. I'm going to be shut.
Yeah, we'll see. So it had a magnetic field, so metal would stick to it. But the longer it rolled around, like if it got into one of those things where it was rolling around, especially if it was in the sunlight, they put like a metal top to a jar. I'm thinking like a canning lid or something like that they stuck to it. They couldn't pry it off until it stopped rolling and set for a while. Like the magnetic force got so strong.
Like a pussy magnet?
All right.
And 2 minutes, go.
Yep. It would also vibrate and hum in the sunlight. And yeah, there you go. Again, I'll have to throw it out there. And it stayed warm for like 3 days after being out in the sunlight because they took it outside to let it play. Like it's a fucking puppy or something. And brought it inside, and I guess it stayed warm for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, leaving it alone too.
Anything, Zach?
I'm being a good boy right now, Matt. I'm just keep going. Go.
This is kicking my ass. Okay, so the Jackson.
Lindy, you're being so good. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, so they did finally. Their friends told them it's like you need to reach out to people and find out what the fuck this thing is. So they got a hold of the Jacksonville Journal and the Florida Times Union first on April 11th, 1974. People came by. They was writing all these stories about this thing. The Jacksonville Journal came by, and the journalist became a believer because it was Lou Egner, and he did not believe it at first. But he said, like, he sat down and they said, "Push the ball," and he pushed it, and he goes, "It just stopped." He goes, "Okay." And they were like, "Wait a second." He said it just turned and rolled, and then turned and rolled, and then made a big arc and came right back to him, like it's fucking BB-8 or something.
So then he saw her face. Now he's a believer. Then I saw her face.
We're going to the monkeys right now, huh?
I don't know. It's the right time period. That's all I can tell you.
Well, yeah, fair enough. You know, the monkeys were a big inspiration to the Beatles. What's it, Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
So all this media attention pops up. They also said that during this time, okay, in this house, they would have organ music playing in the middle of the night, even though they didn't have an organ, because most homes don't have organs, right? I mean, I've never been into a home. They were like, "Well, we got an organ." What, do you live in an old church?
Well, there's only one organ in my house, Matt, and it's attached to my body.
Son of a bitch! I'm walking into all of them.
You are totally. But
this
Todd's
episode
not
has
here,
just
man.
become our
Todd's
dirty
not
fun
here.
episode.
This is not going to be taken seriously by anybody.
Are
I'm
any
trying.
of them?
I really am.
No.
I'm going to shut the fuck up.
No, they're not. Okay, so doors would be opening and closing. So that was getting kind of weird. So
That's
the
what she said.
the military wanted to check it out, but Jerry said no. Remember, Jerry's the mom, Terry's the son.
Yeah.
He was like 21 when they found this. So the military comes by, wants to check it out, and she's like, "No, fuck off." So the government didn't care for that very much because, like, his Cold War's like pretty big swing going right here.
Yeah,
but
I
she
know all
did
about
eventually. She did eventually. That's why I was one taught here for some of this, but she did eventually agree to loan it to the Navy, which she said they had. There was 2 weeks that they could have it, and if they didn't figure out that it was something that they owned, they had to give it back. She even made them sign a contract for it.
Wait a minute. So,
Yeah,
you're telling me that it's Jerry, correct?
Yep.
It's the mom.
Gerri.
Jerry's like, and I actually have a cousin by marriage named Jerry. Probably spelled the same way too. She's
Was
a
he a
taxidermist.
race car driver?
No, Jerry was a taxidermist.
Jerry was a taxidermist. She stuffed that fucking beaver.
And she
Well, that
still
would've been
does, by the
Wyoming.
way. At St. Elmo, if you need something taxidermy, she's the best around. So you're telling me she took the government for their word?
She made him sign a contract. As if
Okay, you think that
means
fucking matters,
anything.
Matt?
No,
You think
I
that
don't
fucking
think so.
matters?
I don't
The government's be like, yeah, we'll sign whatever the fuck you want. It's ours, motherfucker. This is the U.S. United States of our shit, motherfucker, and you're gonna do whatever we fucking say.
I think she went with the Navy because they seemed more friendly, maybe than other. I don't know.
She can go with the Air Force. Those guys don't give a fuck about anything.
Well, you would think you'd go with the Air Force if you thought maybe there was a chance it was from a satellite or something. I'd been like, well, if you think it fell from a satellite, you may want to talk like Air Force, maybe, but Navy.
And
you'd
then
be
we
like,
are. Here, we're right back to Dave Matthews
Okay,
again.
so they
anyway,
did sign the
move along.
contract. So they tested it. They started doing tests on it. It was 7.96 inches in diameter, and it weighed 21.34 pounds.
Well, it said, when they took it out on a date, it said, I'm 9.5 inches, but it ended up being,
I think it was cold that day.
oh, it might have been cold. Okay.
It was a little
I was
frigid.
in the
It was a-
pool.
I was in the pool. Don't judge me. I'm a grower on the show.
Shrinkage, man.
You should see me in July.
In all my glory.
If I just get out of a hot tub in July, it's a spectacle to behold. All right. Moving on. The shell was stainless steel alloy. It was grade 431, whatever the fuck that means, but it could withstand pressure of up to 120,000 pounds per square inch. Plus,
That's
it could
what all the girls
withstand
want to hear right there.
super high pressure, super high temps.
That's all the girl wants to hear, yeah.
Okay.
High pressure, high temps, and
All right.
I can withstand all of it, yeah. That's all the girls want to hear. And it vibrates? Fuck that. We're all fucked.
And rolls on its own?
And rolls on its own.
That's just for people that watch the video there. Okay. So, there was 4 magnetic poles to it as well. 2 positive, 2 negative that like worked congruent through it, which is why I wanted taught here because I got to nerding out and thinking about like the Earth's magnetic pole and how that would be how UFOs could travel. Because I was like, if there's a way to harness that, you put the magnets together and they won't stick. Maybe that would be a reason why you could just
Called levitation, Kyle.
Okay. So the magnetic poles were very strong. They tried to X-ray it, and the first one didn't work, so they had to take it to a stronger machine. So they gave it back, but when it came back, they told people we couldn't do any X-rays of it, but they handed a manila envelope to Jerry, and she took it, and they did X-ray it. They were able to get inside of it. So there's a 1/2-inch outer shell, a hollow space in the center with 3 small spheres with wires connecting them, but no weld marks, no seams or anything. The Navy wanted to drill into it because once they found out it wasn't radioactive, they thought, well, let's get inside here and find out what this is. But she said no.
So it's a bowling ball.
With
The bowling
3
ball, the
other
bowling
balls
ball
inside of it,
and that bowling ball has a bowling ball inside of it.
it's like a Russian bowling ball, sort of.
It's just a fancy bowling ball.
Kind of seems.
No. It's a Russian doll bowling ball.
Yeah. So,
It's a Russian doll bowling ball.
listen. Hollywood, Babylon. All right. Sounded like you were doing to me. Okay, so as soon as you said that, I went off on another tangent in my head that we never normally do.
I'm sorry about that. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
was thinking about Bill Murray with that bowling ball that had the rose inside when his hair's all fucked up. And,
I mean, like this.
So, yeah.
I don't have the bald spot yet, but I'm working on it.
They reached out to scientists for answers. Dr. Carl Wilson was the first to study it. Maybe because there's been some iffy stuff on that. Like I read some stuff, seen some stuff, watched some YouTube stuff. Like I said, I got into this pretty heavy because I was like, What do you mean it's just rolling around by itself? That's pretty badass. So, but Dr. James Harder said that the internal spheres were made up of a metal that had the atomic number of 140. So the number of protons an element has, that's how many. So but uranium, which is the highest natural one that we have, is only 92. So the highest
So
our
you're telling me
scientists.
this is the heaviest of metals. So if we were talking about rock music right now, this would beat the fuck out of anything going on.
Yeah, this is super black metal, probably.
No, it's beyond that.
It's probably
Beyond black
yeah.
metal.
It's so heavy you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it'd make your ears bleed.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, but uranium has 92, and the highest our scientists had been able to achieve at this time was 118, and this is at 140. So
Wow.
they're thinking, with that kind of number, that it's probably not safe to drill into or cut into. Which I would be like, yeah, duh. Who would want? Just throw that fucking thing in the ocean. Fuck, forget about it. So Dr. J. Allen Hynek never leaves this fucking story when he comes into it.
What about Dr. J. Allen Heineck? What?
Heineck?
What? Okay. I'm sorry. I mispronounced that.
He was a UFO advisor with the Air Force.
Advisor. Okay.
And I was wanting Todd to be here because he's worked for the Air Force. It was part of the Operation Blue Book that, studied alien activity from 1952 till still ongoing.
Wait.
Confirm nor deny.
Todd was not a part of Operation Blue Book.
I know, but he's part of the Air Force, and that guy was part of the Air Force. So no, I didn't say Todd was part of it. No, I wasn't implying that. I hope that didn't come off that way.
He
Thank
can
you for
neither
jumping
confirm
in.
nor deny any of this shit. So
I'm glad you jumped in.
If it was here, I cannot confirm nor deny.
It's a good thing. It's actually a good thing Lindy jumped in on that shit and been like, well, let me just knock this out before the emails start coming in. He was not part of that.
I don't even think Todd was part of the Air Force at that point.
I'm just kidding. No.
Not yet. No.
It was a child.
It was the 90s. It was the 90s.
A group of scientists flew in from into Jacksonville and offered Jerry $750,000 for the sphere. Me, sold, motherfucker. Give me the check.
Jerry was like, I don't know, man. This thing, it offers me a little bit of peace and release, motherfucker. And she's
If I see a bunch of dudes that taking a plane down, okay, or a plane from anywhere to purchase something that I had, and like a few of them showed up, we're going to give you $750,000. I've been like, either I'm going to make $750,000 or they're going to break in here and steal this motherfucker and probably slaughter my family.
that sounds like the U.S. government to me. I mean, that's just between you and me.
Yeah, but she turned it down because she thought something was wrong. And after that, they went in and done some investigating. And they weren't who they said they were. They thought these were overseas operatives trying to get this thing for the Cold War. Get rid of that motherfucker. You're already well-to-do. You live in a place you call the castle. Why are you fucking with this thing? I don't understand. But they did say that during the studies for the Enquirer. Okay, this is back in the day when it was.
Wait. Mm-hmm. So we're going to Enquirer now. We're not.
Yep, the National Enquirer, the newspaper stand thing. They were offering a reward for like $500,000 for proof of life on other planets. So they were like, several scientists showed up and they brought this sphere down for them to investigate. So they done all these experiments on it, but they did say that the scientists did witness it roll up a plexiglass window and then roll back down.
So it just kept rolling. All right, just checking. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just asking.
I know you're
just questions.
Yeah. Okay.
You're looking at me like I'm a douchebag. I am, but I mean,
that's not at all what I'm doing. I'm fine with it. I'm just playing along.
Give me that. See that? Give me one of those.
You can't tell my hat. Okay. So the scientists actually wanted to drill into the sphere, and Heineck said that's a bad idea. because the only way to get elements with an atomic number higher than 92 is with a nuclear reactor. So probably not the best idea to mess with it that way.
Yeah.
Like okay, so during the Enquirer investigation, Jerry gets a call that said, because he stays with the sphere, like he's down there, he's with it. He's staying with it. He gets a call that says his mother has been in an accident. He tried to call her, but he couldn't reach her. So he headed home, but he left the sphere. When he gets home to find, she's fine. Nothing. No problems with her whatsoever. She's not been in any kind of accident. She goes, she need to get back down there. So he comes back. Yep. He comes back down, and Enquirer is giving him the runaround about, trying to drag shit out. So that UFO panel had taken it to NOLA. Bury me in smoke.
There's implications if we
do some tests on it. And when Jerry arrived,
go check out down. Anyway,
they were being guarded by the Navy and not allowed to get it back. So like the Navy is now working with these UFO panelists, scientists, and they're like, no, you can't have it back yet. So after they are done, it is returned to Terry. Some reporters asked to see it do something, so he set it down on the ground, but it wouldn't do anything. He takes it home, still doesn't do anything. It never fucking does another thing after this.
They basically made like a fucking
a
simulation of it. They like fucking yeah.
Hand me the ringer, dude. I'm gonna throw the ringer out. Give him the ringer. Yeah. So they did take it back in to have it X-ray. Well, now it's got like a seam in it, and it's not the same. It's not the same sphere. Because they had it X-rayed again. So all those things that were inside of it are no longer there. It doesn't have the shell like it did. It won't do the things. There are no more magnetic poles, no 3 orbs. So Heineck.
So what you're telling me, Matt, is now that they've done this is now we have all these planes that have all these new capabilities, and I
can neither confirm nor deny.
That's a tagline, but yeah.
I always wanted to say it tons of times. Okay, so Heineck's son did report after his death that he remembered his father having a chrome ball that he kept in the attic in a box that he told his son was from a UFO case that he was working on when he was younger.
That his wife would take out of the attic every once in a while.
All right, because it vibrated. Yes. You've got it. The Betz family got so tired of people showing up for interviews, harassing them, and trying to steal the sphere that they moved. Did no more interviews, no books, no movie deals. They didn't tell anybody. And people even thought it was from a satellite or maybe even a Foo Fighter.
That's the worst fucking Foo Fighters song. Why would you do that one?
What do you mean that's the worst? You don't like that song? It's fucking
great.
It's
like a fucking messed up song that like they never even put on a fucking album. What the fuck?
That's such a good song. Such a good song, dude. I didn't do it to make you mad. I didn't do it to make you mad.
No, she's laughing her ass off right now. She's like,
I love when you guys argue.
You should see us in person. He starts punching me.
I did not
He's like,
punch
say
you, motherfucker.
Say it sucks, idiot. Say you don't like it. I'm like, fine.
Matt's the aggressive one. I'm the passive motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about?
James Darling Jones was an artist who... All right. Okay. He was an artist who said he had lost a ball check valve. So... he would do weldings and stuff like that. And apparently this sphere did basically register as the same size as some of these ball check valves. Like it'd be up here, but to stop the water flow, it would come in. Okay. I know I said balls, Lindy.
And I'm 12.
And by the way, you're welcome. I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit.
Balls.
Plural.
He was driving his VW microbus with some of those balls on top of it because he didn't put them inside the van because he was out of room apparently. And some of them, he said, had rolled off. Well, where they found this thing was like miles from the highway, but I guess it rolled on its own. So yeah, this just be the end of my story.
All tend to do that. They like to go into like release themselves wherever they need to. That's what they do.
I know nobody expects a mature episode from us, but I do like to feel like I'm the adult on this one.
Congratulations.
You win. You win.
All right. I don't know. Fuck me. I was so interested in it, and I'm like, what a dumb fucking story. It was just walking in joke after joke after joke.
I know the story. It's great. I love it.
I don't know why the fact I'm talking about a ball didn't pop into my head.
And all the things that you presented. You kind of left yourself wide open, man.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, throwing it over the heart of the plate real slow.
You should be really thankful that Todd wasn't here on this episode. Because I'm the low baller. I'm the guy that like doesn't say shit 99% of the time. And I shut my mouth like fucking 55 to 75% of the time.
The amount of times that I've been up to the ridge.
I'm usually the one that's the just doesn't.
Couldn't help yourself.
Couldn't help myself.
You say too much, Lindy. I wish you would shut the fuck up.
Picking on Matt?
Always.
No, we're not picking on Matt. We don't have to pick on Matt.
I'm fucking around. I don't care. It was funny. As long as it's funny, I don't give a shit if you are making fun of me. If other people laugh, I'm fine with it. Been dealing with my whole life.
Do I believe this?
I don't know, man. I want to.
I know you want to believe, Matt. I mean, I want to believe.
But why was there so much interest in the damn thing then? Because a lot of that stuff's documented.
I'm not saying there wasn't interest.
Because it was a remote control ball?
Yeah.
I don't know if they had remote control metal balls.
I'm not saying there's not interest in it. I think that...
They do now, I'm sure. You could probably Google remote control metal balls and something will pop up.
That's going to bring you to a really obscure website, probably, if you do that. That's what I'm going to gather from this.
Something on the dark web.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's a cool story. I like it.
I think so. I do.
Is there any truth to it? We can neither confirm nor deny.
No, I can't. All we know is the story. And I do some part of it that makes me think that it's more true is that after they got the wrong ball back. Well, they just left. They didn't write books. They didn't try to make movie deals. They didn't.
Wrong ball back.
Yep. Okay, this episode's over. We'll see you guys.
No, it's not over yet. I mean, honestly, what's your opinion on this? I mean, do you think there's any sort of truth in this at all, Matt? I mean, do you believe any part of the story?
I wanted to think that as it rolled around, it gained magnetism. I thought maybe that might have been like a battery in a UFO.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me.
If it's sitting there spinning and it's creating magnetism, then
and that's powering it, correct?
Yeah. But that was just me nerding out by myself.
I was like, picking up what you're putting down, man. I'm picking up. I was
like, what if there's like, they have like 6, you got 6 of them there. They're all spinning. That's what gives you the pull. That one started to go a little bad. Drop it. Get a new one.
Here's where I come in. Here's what I think. What's the mom's name again?
Jerry.
I think Jerry may have been a sexual deviant. That's what I think. And I think maybe she possibly used all that power from that the ball received to pleasure herself. And
I think we established this earlier.
And maybe she overstepped her bounds. Because we're only human, right?
She got so wet she short-circuited it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
She's a gusher. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. It happens.
This is where the term squirt came from.
You just ruined that fucking soda for me. I really liked it.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm not.
I'm not either. I'm gonna go get some squirt and mix it with some Tangeray, and I don't even have Tangeray. I'm just
I
gonna.
love squirt, man. I love squirt. It's my favorite soda.
Red Squirt's the best.
Just go with the standard.
Anyway,
Zach was saying.
as I retorted,
So a lady was fucking a ball.
or a cock,
And the government
whatever.
was issued in it.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Doesn't matter. I think
I'm no longer.
There's more to this than meets the eye.
I think so.
Transformers. I think I think there's probably about 85% truth to the story.
I don't know why it would have been brought up. If it, who would make up a? What the fuck would you gain from that? That's just the dumbest shit ever.
Well,
But
you
there's been worse.
If you do make
Balloon
this shit
Boy.
up, then you seem like a crazy person. So that's what I'm saying.
But the fact that they left, there was no book deal. It wasn't like Amityville, where there was a book deal afterwards, where they got totally
You're
fucking
correct.
raped.
You're correct.
And then the
You're correct.
movie,
Yeah.
so they didn't try to do any of that stuff. They were just like, fucking leave us alone.
Yeah.
Give us our fake. I'm going to take my fake ball and go home.
Yep. Even if they can't get me off anymore.
All right.
Give me back the vibrating ball, you bitch.
Len, do you have any closing comments on this?
Now I got to
before
throw
we
this one in the dryer
wrap
and
this up?
set on it.
Make sure you put a fucking sheet in there, man. Like no static.
Okay,
Maybe two or
so
three. I don't know.
I did some research and did an episode, and we got a lot of masturbation out of it.
This is our dirty pen episode.
That's what we do. All right.
I'm not gonna fuck you, Matt. I'm sorry.
All right,
No.
well,
Man,
that's not hypothetically. It's no. Never mind. Thank you for tuning in
Yep. Lindy, shut the fuck up.
to this episode.
You have said like fucking 27 sentences this whole time.
I had a ball.
45 minutes, 27 sentences. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. That counts as a sentence, by the way.
Okay. So please,
Guys.
like, rate, and review.
Yeah.
Say, I had a ball and 5 stars. You know?
Perfect.
That was a juicy story.
Yeah. Super
I had a
juicy.
ball.
Got the squirts. 5 stars.
All right. On that note, it's
I was
been
trying
fun.
to do a serious
It's been
episode.
real. It's been real. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. I'm Zach,
Spar.
Lindy.
and we will see you next Tuesday. Until then, later.
Later.
It's
Bye.
evil! Don't touch it!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you. By the power of Christ.
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
What's my line, Zach? What's my line? I damn near pissed my pants on that one, Zach.